Alright, we're about to have a very, very bad meeting. I'm in first person here, up against the wall here. This is our home of shame. That is an interesting view to load into. So, hey. Sume, I was wondering if you had time to talk. I'm a failure. Go away. Maybe this is a bad time. I'll check back in with her once I've spoken to everybody else. So, hey. That was really something, Himiko. I'm so sorry about all that. I was just so frustrated with everything. I didn't mean what I said. Oh, it's perfectly fine. I understand that's been a tough situation. That club president, she isn't worth your time, it's true. Unfortunately, she still seems to be calling the shots around here. So, you're not upset that I called the entire club weak? Himiko, I've been in your shoes. I've said some things to my parents that I regret, and I know how difficult that all can be. You won't have to worry. I'm with you in this fight. Guess I should have expected that Kenshi wouldn't take it too personally, considering he hasn't been part of the club for long. I can't help but feel there's more to this than meets the eye. It seems like there's still something on your mind. I guess now would be an appropriate time to tell you that there has been something else concerning me recently. I get the sense that none of the other club members trust me, and that extends to you as well. Oh, you mean like after what Sume told Satomi the other day? I don't know who Satomi has told so far, but I fear that my past will be blown wide open in the near future. It's unsettling, but even disregarding the student population in general, I'm concerned that I'll be ostracized even in this room. The Shinogi Chess Club has already dealt with the controversy surrounding Kana's betrayal. I can't imagine it getting better if Kenshi's exposed too. We'll do what we can to investigate how far the rumors have spread and to try and squash them before anything comes of it. In the meantime, we should prepare as best we can for tonight. Looks like it's leading toward a final confrontation between me and Sume. Yeah, I feel terrible about that, considering how Sume's reacted to our outburst. I mean, like, in a game of Shinogi Chess? Isn't your opponent supposed to be random? Just say that I've got a good feeling about the matchup. We'll get through this, Kenshi. I promise. Oh, Himiko, still checking up on the other members? I don't know if they'll ever forgive me for what I said. I'm just thankful that you're still talking to me, even after all that. We all have to live with our mistakes. I'm just glad you didn't put up with Sume's nonsense. What was that? I can hear you. Maybe we should save this conversation for another time. I'm gonna come back to you. I can't face you right now. Satomi has probably the most delicate situation of everyone, and we just completely and utterly stomped on that bridge that we were trying to build back up. We just aggressively stomped it out. And poor Kaito here has been firmly sidelined. Kaito has been firmly sidelined for Kaede and Kenshi. Himiko, I don't know what to say. Kaito has seen my other self when it manifested during the end of the spring championships. I don't think it's been this obvious before. How could I even begin to explain this? I'm sorry about that. I shouldn't have lashed out. The way Sume has been running this club, it's made me so frustrated. I understand, but that doesn't give you a right to speak poorly to Satomi. Correct! She did nothing wrong, and I don't understand how you could feel that way about her. About all of us. Those weren't my true feelings. Just reacted in a bad way. I'm sorry, but it's going to take a lot more to convince me. Correct! The past 2 months now, you've been acting suspicious, like you were hiding something from the rest of us. Then with Sume, you seem to have some primal objection to her very existence. I don't understand it. When we were children, we often talked about our aspirations. I had a fairly good understanding of her mindset. She's never been the nicest person around, but I know that she means well. There must have been a better way to confront her about it. Already tried, Kaito. I asked her several times to not treat us like that, but she never listened. Then we'll bring it to Grandmaster Daisuke. But he already told us that he prefers to leave club matters in our own hands. Then we'll change his mind, and we'll get the school board involved. I'm reluctant to say it, but my father would be more than happy to intervene if he knew this was going on. He'd really utilize his connection to the headmaster for this? I always thought he wanted to keep his family out of those sorts of problems. It must mean that he's truly willing to do whatever it takes to help the Shinogi Chess Club recover. Kaito, I'm sorry. I just didn't consider any other options the past few days. The time for apologies has long passed, Himiko. All I can say now is that I hope you'll start to make amends with the other club members. And you? Is there anything I can do to make things right? Just start by making sure Satomi is alright. I'll need some time, if you don't mind. I said I need some time. Kaito, is everything okay? Yes, I'm just thinking about things. Please leave me be for now. I don't wish to speak to you. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. Hi, Yasu. Hey, Yasu. I was wondering if you had some time to talk. Yasu isn't wondering if Yasu had some time to talk. Yasu isn't wondering because Yasu knows that Yasu has time to talk. Eh? That wasn't nice, Himiko. There's no going back now. I'm truly sorry for everything I said. I'm sure you are, but it was still the truth, right? This whole time, you've used us as pawns in your game of power and control. Wait, he's not being funny. No, that's not true. You're a liar, and we all know it now. To say, I had my suspicions, but to hear it so blatantly confirmed like that. No better than a recurring villain in one of my 2-season anime shows. And he's back. But he's right, though. You have to understand that I just made the wrong choice when I responded to Sume's proposition. I regret everything I said, but I had to say something. Did you want her to go through with that? Yasu was biding his time in order to analyze your response to the situation. I had high hopes for Sume. Thought that maybe she could learn from her past and move on, but that was all ruined by the leaked recording. She never treated us right. Her arrogance climbed after she returned. It only made things worse. Through all that, I was always more interested in how you would lead. I wanted to know what choices you would make, and you're making the same mistakes. You're no better. I've been way more Stop trying to tell yourself that. Stop trying to tell yourself that. You can't run from this. I'm way more considerate than Sume has been. I've proven countless times I care for all of you. It's all been a lie. Investigation to find your mother was our club's primary focus ever since you came into power. He's right. Used us to further your own goals. It's clear you have even bigger plans in mind. No, that's not true. Reminded of a critical lesson from Defense on Manticore. After the time skip, Darren Malger's friend became concerned when they come into terms with the fact that he has lost himself in his quest for freedom. Not like that, I haven't. Girl, you're in denial. As you've become more involved with the culture of Shinogi chess, you've learned to fight just as hard as your opponents for personal gain. You may not have noticed it yourself, but you're just as much a villain as Sume in my eyes. You two are the same. Tay was merely the catalyst to something that's been building up for quite some time now. Please, take some time to reflect on what I've said. Meantime, Yasu needs to be the comedic relief somewhere else now. Yasu with the powerful... Yasu telling it like it is. I'm sorry, Himiko, I'm all out of jokes. Please take some time to consider what I've said. Maybe in the future we can work toward the solution. Yasu has really stepped out of his element to confront me about what was on my mind. That's all the more reason to give him some space and wait for things to return to normal. If that's even possible. Yeah, we done goofed, and this is gonna be the hardest to repair after everything we've tried to build back up. We thoroughly stomped it out again. Satomi, are you okay? She's not okay. So tell me, I'm so sorry. Didn't mean what I said. Just got so frustrated with Sume that I snapped back at her without thinking. Yeah, you mean what you said. You should know that I regret every word. None of you are weak any more than just what you contribute to the club. I simply wanted everyone to stand up against Sume. I see now that I was asking for far too... Please, let me know that you'll be okay. She does not want to talk to us. Is there anything on your mind? She wants us to go away. It's not just that. You brought in that traitor. Oh. Huh? What are you talking about? Him, Kenshi Okawa. He's a terrorist. Can't you put the initiative behind him? He's no more of a threat than Kana is. And she's here too. Another extremist. Well, she isn't here right now. Girl, please. You know what I mean. Both of them are a menace to the city. And you let them stay here. You're just as bad for supporting them. This isn't like her at all. Is this because of what I said? Yeah, most likely. Last semester, Satomi was almost forgiving of Kana's allegiance and believed that she was still a good person at heart. So what changed? Why does she feel this way? And now, with Sume aligning with the terrorists too, I wanted to fight back, Himiko, but it's just too much. We can still work together on that, Satomi. We can take her down as a team. She just... No. I've had enough of this. You don't listen. She's right, you don't listen. And here, I'm listening. You are hearing, but you are not listening, Himiko. No, you're not. Not truly. The others in my homeroom had a point after all. This club is full of parasites. Go away. Well, I think that's about all I can do for now. Things have changed for sure around here, and it's all my fault. I couldn't control my other self from taking over, and I may have ruined everything this time. But do I really want to keep that aspect of me hidden away forever? Except for Sume. Well, this time I confronted her about this. It won't be pleasant, but it has to be done. Speak to Sume when I'm ready to continue. Is now not a good time? Please, go away. Alright. Hopefully they understand why she acted so strange before, but I might have a clue. Finished bullying the last time I spoke to her, but... You did nothing, then you called her weak. You are a terrible friend. Also, she's starting to believe the rumors she hears. This isn't a good path for the poor girl. Unlike you're much better. You are awful. Hoping that things have cooled off a bit now that I've given it some time. So, should I try speaking to Sume now? Yeah! Sume, I wanted to discuss something, if that's okay? What does it matter? I failed. Everything I planned was meaningless. It'll amount to nothing, just like you said. I've lost. There's no returning from this. So that's it? You've given up? No, I just... Like, maybe she wasn't as big a villain as we were building up. If she just utterly crumbles here. I can't accomplish my goals if pests like you are just going to put me down and insult me in public. Oh. So when she's the one being humiliated, then that's when it's a problem? Listen, Sume, there's no need to drag this out any further. Let's discuss this like rational adults. None of us agree with your methods. We just want the club back to how it was before. The others want you in my place, is that right? Not anymore! No, I don't think they do. Not after today. If you won't budge in your position, then at least explain yourself. What was the deal with that recording, anyways? Did you truly come into contact with Resistance faction? What? How dare you? Don't need to play ignorant. The whole school's been talking about that audio file we just uploaded to the net. You know, it must be frustrating, to say the least. Giving you a chance to defend yourself. So work with me and convince me that there's nothing to it. Just address it directly and tell the truth. I messed up. Made the wrong choice. That recording, it's real. I didn't want to believe that someone found it. I have no idea how the thief got their hands on my personnel file. Yeah. Must be one of those cyber crimes. Despicable act. I'm more ashamed of my own decisions. You must understand, I only wanted what was best for our school. That's why, when they approached me, I had to accept their offer. Their offer? Some lady with blue hair offered to give me something that would help me win Shinogi chess games. I'm not exactly sure how I could describe it in a way you'd understand. There's no need to explain it. I think the investigation club already suspects that you hold such a power. Huh? So then, Kaede knows? Knew it was a mistake to use it against him. Of course he'd figure it out. What I'd want to know is why the Resistance was willing to trust you with it. What did they want from you? They wanted me to gain influence within the school, then join their group in order to report back on Yoshino's activities. It wasn't mandatory. I didn't promise anything. He just asked me to think about it. That's it. There were no strings attached, as far as I knew. I was simply planning to keep the power for myself and ignore their requests. I wasn't about to give in to those people. She stayed away from my mother, even knowing that they were responsible for a newfound power. Maybe we had this all backwards. If that's the case, what changed when you made that recording? Why did you agree to spy for them? I was desperate. When Kaede and I spoke on that stage the other day, the whole school became aware of our agreement. Students started to root against me, and the complications were forming in my own club. I had no idea where to turn next. By complications, you mean me. As I returned from my overseas trip, all I heard about was how you claimed victory in the spring championships. I was concerned, to put it lightly, that you'd topple my leadership and ruin everything I had planned. Can't say I blamed her considering how I felt about all this. Your advancement in the fall contest only made that worry more prominent. That's why I believed that the Wings of Eden could grant me further power, or teach me to use my abilities more consistently. After that, I started to believe that joining them might be the best way to accomplish my goals after all. That's all in the past. I regret promising them anything. I should have cut ties with them long before I had that call. Alright, I guess that makes sense. Will you relay all this to the police? What? Are you crazy? You'd send me to prison for something like that. I collaborated with known criminals. Are you sure about that? Calvin Cross might be able to vouch for you if you tell him directly. Even if that's true, there's still the matter of my abilities. If I don't get sent to jail, I'll be the subject of intense study for the rest of my life. Think about it, Himiko. Power that could change the outcome of a Shinogi chess match. The entire prefecture would fall apart if everyone knew. I can relate to that feeling more than she knows. What if you just omitted that whole situation from your confession? Not a proper motive for speaking to them in the first place. It'll look like I cooperated out of sympathy. They offered me the power and I accepted. It's the only reason I bothered to hear them out. Just work with me here. We have to bring this to the authorities somehow. I made a decision to explain what I know to you, not to ruin my life. Bye. Are you trying to get me locked up? Are you seriously still after my position as Shinogi Chess Club president? What? No! That's not it. Don't you want to atone for the choices you made? The choices I made are mine to live with forever. There's no going back. I took a shortcut to improve my odds of becoming the best Shinogi chess player in the prefecture, and I believe it worked. I won't give up my freedom or this power, not when I'm so close to making an actual change in this country. When I hold enough sway in the school board, I'll eradicate all those annoying activities and ensure that the chess club is the only path forward. Even if you won the fall contest and got the meeting with the leader of Aichi Prefecture as Daisuke described, could you know that a politician would enforce your strict ideas across all the rest of Japan? Oh, Himiko, you underestimate how persuasive I can be. Can't believe this. After all that, she's still set on this insane goal. Don't look too sad, though. I'm glad we had this conversation. There's still a bit of time before they announce the matchups, and I've come to a realization of sorts. A realization? Meet me in the practice room in 20 minutes. I think I have a proposal you'll be quite interested in. It's definitely odd, but I've come this far. I should at least hear it out. Well, she's fully recovered. Alright, I'll be there. Excellent. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a game to prepare for. Curious. What? Kaide? No way, she actually admitted it to you. That's right. I'm not exactly sure why, but it solidified a few important facts. We know she spoke directly with the Wings of Eden, and believed that helping them would lead to a better understanding of her powers. I see, that is an interesting conundrum. It would seem that the situation isn't as dire as we feared, but we must still prepare ourselves for the worst. I believe we're witnessing a major turning point in Sume's life. While she isn't directly affiliated with the rebels, I can only imagine what she might turn to if nudged in the wrong direction. Do you think we can trust that she truly regrets her actions? Only time will tell on that front. There's no use trying to speculate. In the meantime... I suggest that we handle the situation with extreme care, at least until the authorities are prepared to intervene. It's no use trying to bring this to cross now. Sume will never confess in her current state. It means I have to hope that this match forces some sort of change within her, that some outside party can act in our favor. There is one other thing I should mention. Didn't realize it until now, but the investigation club room experienced another break-in this morning. Huh? Again? This time the culprit actually stole one of our files. It was everything we had on the Wings of Eden. Kana. Someone's after information on Yuko's group. Could that mean? Everything going on, I completely forgot to tell you something I learned yesterday. Kana Suzuki was the information thief you were searching for earlier. She admitted that she broke into your room when I gave her that recording. Kana? And then you suspect that she's the one who stole our documents this morning, too. That would be my best guess. There's no way to confirm it. Give me a moment. If I recall correctly, we received intel that she entered the Shinogi Chess Club room this afternoon, and was not seen again. You embraced every student's movement for the entire day? Kana has been a suspect for quite a while now. We've had an eye on everyone suspicious since the first break-in. The timeline works out, but we'd need solid proof to be sure. Anyone could have been interested in the group now that the recording is public. I have to think carefully. Is there any way to prove that Kana obtained the stolen documents from their club room? Whoa! Decision point. Nothing in this room. I mean, let's just progress and see if this is just a discussion choice. Maybe we should have something behind in the club investigation room. In the investigation club room, she could prove to her involvement. I'm afraid I didn't see anything like that. If you're correct about her being the first thief, it would only prove that she was there. Right, I have to somehow prove that she's in possession of the stolen documents, not just that she visited the room. How am I supposed to do that when I haven't seen her all day? Shinogi Chess Club room? Ah! The Kana camera! The what? The Kana camera! We set up to keep an eye on her when she's in the Kana corner! You mentioned that she entered our club room this afternoon, right? If she brought the documents with her, maybe it would show up in the recording. Right, I suppose it's worth a try, then. I'll take a look at the footage when I get a chance. I just can't believe how many issues keep setting us back. The Investigation Club is really pushing things to the limit here. I hope tonight's match will lead to a decisive victory. Ah, if it isn't my favorite group of would-be detectives. Sume, you actually showed up. That's right, but I didn't say that you could invite friends, Himiko. Kaede, if you don't mind, would you give us the room? I don't know why you care so strongly about destroying our club, but I won't stand by while you take it away from us. Well, there's no need to be dramatic. You're free to do whatever you like in your free time. I just can't allow it to continue as an official organization. Investigations are a distraction. They're a fad. Everyone knows that Shinogi Chess is the future of our city. We'll only be able to thrive in this country if we completely accept the game. When you think about that sentence that she just uttered, and you find it potentially ridiculous, think back on for the discussion of the first game, where I believe I went over the fact that if you consider this like your vintage card game anime, plot-wise, it's brilliant. And that's a card game anime. That is a card game anime-ass line. I love it. You're wrong. There's room for so much more in this world. Come on, Ayako, let's go. Miss Seto Kaiba asked over here. That was rude. Oh, the irony. You're seriously gonna tell me that after what you said this afternoon? You got me there. A little time before the event starts, so I'll make this quick. I'd like to make a bet with you. Wait, you want to wager something? You know that tonight's opponent matchup is rigged. I figured it out when we spoke in the club room. Not sure how you did it, but it's no coincidence that you faced Kaede the other day. You two were already plotting something. What of it? What do you want? Deal is this. Whoever wins tonight gets control of the Shinogi Chess Club. Well. Huh? There's no way she'd risk something like that. You serious? Why would you make that sort of wager when you're already the club president? I've come to understand a great deal since my return to Yoshino. It's taken me so long to realize it, but I know that you have the same power that I do. I can sense it, somehow. As the match draws closer, I can tell that my abilities won't work on you. You made your way through a lightning bracket back in the Spring Championships and you defeated Kana. It would only mean that you've been using the same trick I have these past 6 months. That still doesn't explain why you'd risk losing your title. This has to end, Himiko, one way or another. One of us will lose. So let this be the finale to our struggle for control. Let this be the moment that defines our journey in this school. I've been relying on my gift for so long, and now that I'm forced to play without it, I feel hollow. I have to prove to myself that I can win with my own strength. If I can't do that, then I have no right to be president of the Shinogi Chess Club. Alright, that's an acceptable position. All of our differences, there's at least one thing we have in common. We both believe in the idea of using Shinogi Chess as a means to enact our will for this world, and we'll fight for that idea until the bitter end. And I have just one thing to say to you. You're on. It all comes down to this. Everything we've done to remove Sume from the club has led to this moment. While her contact with the Wings of Eden creates complications outside of this game, the path forward is simple. I have to do everything I can to defeat her. Can't let her stay in control of the club after everything she's she's done to tear us down. Once I crush her and ruin her legacy, there will be one less parasite on my mind. I think that could make me happy with this situation. Be the end of her pathetic, cowardly life. Jesus. She's still flat out walking right by her. Here we go. Your main event. Thank you all for that incredible welcome. Our two contestants are now on the stage, and we're prepared to give it all in this game. Himiko announced the fine pairings for tonight, and as expected, I was matched with Sume. Kaede and Aiko have been waiting in nervous anticipation. This match is going to determine the fate of their club. The competitors have fought bravely to reach this point. We are still in the final round of the event, and the tension is palpable. We have already crowned several champions in this bracket, most notably Kaito Sakuma of the... Ooh. But now it's time for the biggest match of the night. This is Himiko Masaki versus Sume Kiyoshi. Ready to finish this. Needed the strength to push forward. The winner will be crowned champion alongside the other round 2 victors and will acquire the grand prize. You've heard before, these two are fighting for free tuition and a chance to meet an elected official from our prefecture's government. But that's not all. Sume, it's my understanding that you and Himiko have made an additional wager for this battle. Is that correct? Yes. Come to an understanding about the future of our club and would like to propose a special challenge tonight. The ultimate challenge. Whoever wins this match will become president of the Shinogi Chess Club. Wow, what a claim! This must be related to the personal rivalry you two hold, correct? That's right. We're going to settle our differences in a game of Shinogi chess for the world to see. Winner will lead the Shinogi Chess Club, and the loser will be banned from the club for the remainder of their time at Yoshino High. This is incredible! Can't imagine the pressure you must be feeling at this moment. Who is going to claim victory? Who will represent our school's most esteemed extracurricular? The answer is Kaito. It all unfolds now at the Yoshino Shinogi Chess Arena. If Himiko really wanted to atone, she would win this match and then yield the position to Kaito. Let's be real. She won't, because you still have a chapter to hash out some plot, but this is it. The game that will finally settle this whole thing. Feeling nervous, Himiko? No, not at all. You're only human. It's only okay to feel frightened when you know a crushing defeat is coming your way. It's not going to make this easy, but I have to give it everything I have. You're certain that you're going to accept the results if you lose? I've been hiding behind a facade my entire life. It's time to face the facts. I can't defeat an annoying pest like you. I want to be able to live with myself. It'll be for the best that whoever loses walks away from the club. There's only room for one of us, it seems. We've had a long journey. I think we finally reached an understanding. I'm willing to uphold my end as well. Excellent. But you know that if I win, I'll expect no resistance from you either. I intend to make quite a few changes around here, and this match will serve as proof of my strength. She's right. Yet again, it seems the world revolves around Shinogi chess, whether we like it or not. And if I tried to fight back, fans of the game would support her because of her skill alone. It's an uphill battle, but I must persist. I must win. One last thing before we begin. This will be a true test of our capabilities. An equal playing ground. Sumi was right earlier. It seems the power won't work on someone who also has the ability. I'm safe from having my moves controlled, but the same goes for her. That means that neither of us will have an advantage. I understand. Let's not stall any longer. Let's finish this. I'm starting to appreciate your style, Himiko. We'll play one game to decide the victor. Now, set up the board and make your move. Not the true final boss, but... Alright, let's rock. Oh shit, hello. Hello there, bruv. See what happens here. What are you cooking here? Yeah, okay, yeah, I see what you're cooking. Let's come back to here, though. Well, shit, that's unfortunate. All right. You're gonna let me. Yoink. Oh shit. I fucked up. Blundered. Yep. You're being really cheeky with that paw. With that. Archer right there. I see what you're doing. Bird's eye view. Alright, what do we got cooking there? Another archer. Oh, you little cheeky bugger. You think you're cute, don't you? I'll claim this tower for me. Oh, how did that... Oh, that is a dangerous combination. She is playing very aggressive. Protect that lone pawn there. I'll give up that tower over there. Oh, this produces an interesting outcome here. Produces a very interesting outcome here. Fortunately for you, I'm built differently.
Capture.
Okay, I'm making progress. A solid start, Himiko. I commend you. You haven't played a match this risky in a long time, correct? That's right. That doesn't bother me. You're a pretender. You're a fake. You had so much help with your matches. You have no real skill. You're one to talk. I was a champion long before those events happened. Please be careful not to reveal too much in front of the cameras. I know what she means. She had a position of power and her skill even before the Wings of Eden contacted her. She's already demonstrated her prowess in the game. It was never in doubt, Tsune, but this game is always evolving. It's one thing to be recognized as a top player in our school, but it's another thing to hold on to that title. It takes practice to keep up with everyone else. Why, you little... You think I don't know that? You're the one that rushed into stardom after just a few weeks of playing your first match. I guess that's just another piece of the puzzle we'll solve by finishing this game. She's right. Just like her situation, this is yet another chance to prove myself, so I must not waste it. This is my mine. I don't want to give up on this that easily. What can I do to make this work? What are you cooking, Sume?
Capture.
Another objective down. Getting close to victory now. Ah, it means nothing. An inexperienced pretender like you won't know a good player position from a bad one. This again. Wonder what she's trying to accomplish with this line of thought. Is it an intimidation tactic? You don't scare me, Sume. I've faced worse threats before. Are you talking about Kana Suzuki? Kaito? Who do you think trained them in Shinogi chess before you came along? Who do you think it was that taught them everything they know? I've even looked up to Sume in the past. Maybe I should be careful with my moves as the game progresses. But since I defeated them before, would it mean that the tactics she taught them really weren't the best after all? No response. She's just trying to distract me. I must press forward and finish this. Let's see what the name of the game is here.
Check.
Oh, okay. Now we're cooking. Your pawn can't really get me. I can do this. It doesn't expose me if I do this, does it?
Check.
Oh shoot, that got brought along for the ride.
Check.
Alright, we are in the smother endgame now. Pawn?
Checkmate.
Pawn Shinogi checkmate? Get pawn Shinogi checkmated.
Shinogi checkmate.
Call this the king, the queen me, biatch endgame. And with that, Himiko Masaki has claimed victory in the fall contest. What?
It's over already? That's it?
Yes, that's right. It's over and I've won. Now, nothing will stop me from taking control of the Shinogi Chess Club. I can finally get rid of this annoying pest for good. Sume Kyoshi, your reputation will plummet and you'll suffer for the rest of your life for getting in my way. The club will bail on you. The school is mine. The world will bend to me. Himiko. What an astounding match. As our audience is well aware, this means that Himiko will be receiving the grand prize and will be crowned champion in this competition. Perhaps more importantly, it means that she'll become the president of the Shinogi Chess Club, replacing Sume Kyoshi. No, why? He was destined to become the best me. Your pathetic squabbling means nothing. Everyone here saw you lose. Nothing but a coward, just like I said. You can't face the reality that you've not good enough, and you might as well leave the stage right now. Let that sink in, Sume. For all your hard work, you're nothing. I bested you, and now it's my turn to stand at the top. The club is gonna bail out from under Himiko. They should bail out from under Himiko, because this ain't cool. But it seems yet again that Himiko's opponent is having a hard time believing the results. Everyone believed her to be the underdog, but in the past few months she's proven herself against our most skilled competitors. I think it's safe to say that Himiko Masaki is now the best Shinogi chess player at Yoshino High School. Exactly as I had hoped. Everything I did was to make the school better. And she's not gonna care, don't you see? She's insane. She's obsessed with reaching the top for her own benefit. Shinogi chess has driven many of our students to compete with the best and strive for perfection and fame. Here at Yoshino High School, we celebrate that position and accept Himiko regardless of her personal ideologies. What? But this isn't right. This can't be happening. I truly am a failure. No. This game. This useless game. This game failed me. Shinogi chess is the reason you're all blind to the truth. Don't you understand that you've lost yourselves? Don't you see that this system was rigged from the beginning? Shinogi chess was all I had, and now I have nothing. That's your own fault, you worthless fool. You opted to play the game, and you struck with it to further your own agenda. You're just as much part of the system as everyone here. But no. It seems these two have concluded their debate and will settle the transfer of presidential power at a different time. Next game's about to begin, but before that, please give one last round of applause to the top player in Yoshino High School, Miss Himiko Masaki. It all unfolded according to my design. Finally, this pest will be forced to stay out of my endeavors. Finally, I'll be able to focus on the true threat that plagues this country. Feels bad, man. This tree. The true threat that plagues this country. I've done it. Sume was defeated and should be removed from her position as president of the Shinogi Chess Club. But at what cost? Or can things really go back to normal after all that? The club members must still feel the sting of the meeting from earlier. Maybe they can begin to forgive me that Sume is no longer a divisive force in our group. Yeah, no. They shouldn't. Maybe it's a permanent stain in our friendship that will never pass. Girl, you do not listen to them. Himiko, there you are. Kaide, what are you doing here? I just wanted to make sure you were alright. You ran off pretty quickly. I'm fine. I guess I'm not really one to hang around with the celebrations. Ah, right. Himiko, I know the thrill of the stage can get to your head. But you seem different up there. I've studied the recordings of your previous matches, and it's not the first time this has happened, correct? It just raises some questions about your true motivations, that's all. It's just... Kaide, there's something I have to tell you. I have a alternate personality that's an asshole. I found my mother. What? Are you serious? The research that Ayako showed me last week, I was able to piece together the location of her new organization. Himiko Masaki is the leader of the Wings of Eden. They're the same group that contacted Sume and offered her the power. It seems like some sort of splinter cell which formed after she abandoned the Typhoon Initiative. And the Initiative, they're the ones that granted me my power. All those memories came rushing back to me when I visited her group's new operating base. I was face to face with her. It's incredibly dangerous. You could have been killed. It's a risk I had to take. This is more important to me than anything else. I don't understand. Why would you confront such dangerous people? All my life I've been searching for something more. I wanted to make a change in this country. I wanted to become someone important. That's the idea that my mother planted inside of me. But the day she left, everything changed. I was confused and angry over what she did to me. I hated her. At least I thought I did. As I stood in front of her last week, I didn't know what to feel. For whatever reason, the grief washed away my anger. Himiko, it's normal to feel that way. She's family to you. She slaughtered innocent people to further her organization's plans. She's killed just to send a message. She murdered my father. She's a monster. Even so, you looked up to her before you knew the truth. That much is clear. You can't blame yourself for what happened. Himiko, you were just a child. All that is in the past. It's over now. Before I left the base, she gave me a choice. She said that I'd have to decide whether or not I want to join the Wings of Eden in pursuit of a better future. I put so much thought into what I should do. I honestly don't know which path is right. I'm not a terrorist. I can't be. When Yuko's way, we'll change the world, right? With enough pressure, I think we'll break. Oh, this is the tree. I refused to believe it at first, but I've seen it with my own eyes. When we haven't gotten anything done in this world was when I started taking matters into my own hands. Himiko, what are you saying? I don't know. I'm not sure of anything anymore. I thought about joining her group under false pretenses so I could discover how to take her down. Betraying her trust would mean I'm no better than her. Maybe it's what she deserves, but still. Listen, I've done everything in my power to investigate these groups and ensure the safety of our school. So you'll arrest me if I return to the Wings of Eden? No, I won't. What I'm trying to say is, I've always kept an open mind. Try to understand why they fight. Aichi has always been quick to brand these people as traitors and isolate them from the upstanding citizens. That's just another reason why Zone 8 will stay devastated. It's a perpetuating cycle that will only be broken if we choose acceptance. You're the first person I've met who's bothered to hear them out and truly think about what it is they hope to achieve. I suppose that's the unique benefit of having a mother like that, despite all of the harm she's done. So, what are you suggesting? You have a chance to reconnect with someone you haven't seen for 5 years. Someone who was close to you. True that your mother has committed crimes, and something like that can't be forgotten, forgiven. But how many more will she commit if you walk away? She's your flesh and blood. She'll listen to you. I'd say, don't waste that chance. If you join her, you'll be able to fully understand her perspective and calm her nerves. Maybe then we'd all start listening to each other, and she'd begin to find alternative means of fighting back. And you wouldn't report me or ask me to spy on them. I wouldn't ask a single question about it. This is between you and your mother. I've never thought of it like that. Yuko was determined to do whatever it takes to shape the world as she sees fit. But maybe it doesn't have to be that way forever. It's a lot to ask, which is why I won't blame you for choosing to simply call the authorities on her. She might just be the only person in this country who can get through to her and make her change her ways. This isn't the end. You have the power to choose your own path. That reminds me of a story my mother used to read to me at night. The Garden of Freedom, which describes a utopia where people play a game for fun and nobody suffers at the hands of corruption. They had the power to choose how they spent their free time. It was all an illusion, because there was only one game known to them. They didn't have any freedom, so when an outsider visited and showed them all sorts of other games to play, they started to question everything. It's only when they came together and demanded a change at the highest council that they were able to branch out. At the center of the garden, a red maple tree stood tall and strong. Thank you, Kaide. I needed this. Take some time to think about your decision. Don't take it lightly. Above all, be careful. The Investigation Club will support you in whatever path you choose. Should anything dangerous threaten you, report your findings to us immediately and we'll come up with a solution. I appreciate that. It means more than you know. Get some rest now, Himiko. We don't know what the future will hold, but we carry on knowing that we have the power to change it. What lies in store for me is yet undecided, but with Kaide backing me up, I know everything will work out. If I'm truly going to consider his proposal, I need to believe that it will work. It was a very thought-provoking. Through everything I've done, the two sides of me have fought for control. My purpose in life has remained clear. Because of that, I think I've finally come up with a resolution that both of myselves can agree upon. If Yuko can't change, if she can't step aside and let me enact my will on this girl, then she must die. Then she must die. Each passing day, more people suffer at the hands of people like my mother. Each day, more lives are sacrificed in the name of resistance. The fate of Japan rests in my hands, and I'll put an end to this torment.
Through the fragments of her shattered hope, I will cleanse the world of this filth. If it's the last thing I do.
Okay, Merkaba. Jesus. Whew. Three days later. Well, we're doing it. This is it. I calmly walked up to the warehouse, and once again her soldiers took me straight to her. Dumbledore asked calmly.